Happy Pentecost, happy 100th birthday, happy Pride. And as I was listening to Sally's reflection, I thought, this is a perfect book to share for Pentecost because it's a similar theme. When we created the Springs, a few years ago, I was filled with joy when our collaborator Kinsight came on board. For lots of good and practical reasons, but mostly a heart reason, that I realized as soon as we got to know Kinsight that they are of a similar heart and a similar vision of ours to help people share their gifts, to make connections and relationships, and to make lives full and worth living and have meaning and purpose. And that's what this book is about. This book is going into the library on Tuesday. It'll get shelved. And it's a book called The Trampoline Effect. It's written by Tulloch and Sarah Schulman, and it's the story of a 10-year process undertaken by these social service organizations, Kinsight and PosAbilities, you may have heard of them, and Burnaby Association for Community Inclusion. These are all organizations who serve people with diverse abilities. And it talks about the history of this service in British Columbia, where we moved from people who had any kind of differences, typically living their whole lives inside an institution, a building, and being taken care of and housed, to moving into community and shutting those big places down, and what an advance that was. But now noticing that opportunity and that imperative that more has to happen, because the social safety net is keeping people safe and keeping people well, but not offering what really needs to be offered, that ability to connect, to find purpose, to find meaning. There's lots of beautiful and wonderful things going on, but so many opportunities to extend past the programs and the services that are offered at the moment. And that's why it's called the Trampoline Effect. It's transitioning now that we're ready, and certainly the world is ready, from being a social safety net to being a trampoline that launches people into their full lives and offers them those connections, really being part of the community. And it's not a them problem. It's not what should these organizations do. It's an us opportunity for everyone. So I left my phone down there, but in my phone I wrote 3 things that you can do. If this makes you go, huh, that sounds interesting, but what the heck does it mean? 1, you can read the book. It will be in our church library. That looks like this, and you can go upstairs anytime and you just pick a book off the shelf and write your name in our little notebook. That's our borrowing system, that you have this book, and then note it when you bring it back, and you can borrow it for as long as you like. We have all kinds of amazing books up there. Number 2, learn a little bit more about Kinsight. Ask people here who are connected to Kinsight, learn more about PosAbilities and Burnaby Association and any of our helping agencies. Right now, right next door, we have Community Ventures that is in that same kind of work. Find out what they're doing. And finally, how is the community connecting in with all that? Kinsight's having their AGM in a week or so. You can join Kinsight and become a member. I've gone to their AGM for the past 2 or 3 years, and they're wonderful, joyful events. They're quick, the business part is quick, and the celebration and getting to know is really abundant. So consider that. Also, there's a website, and I'll ask Kelly to put it in the newsletter for next week. It's called Curico. That is one of the things that these agencies are doing to help people who they're serving to connect with people in community around activities, around gifts and talents, and what we all have to share. It may sound curious or weird, but look it up, and when you look at it, you'll see it, and you go, oh my goodness, this is a wonderful thing. So recommend it, and recommend that you check out our library for anything that you'd like to find and read in the coming days and weeks. Thank you so much.